They have the shots that they can take. Just got to make sure the timing for everything is right.
The top looks so much better than the bottom right now. They have the prime positioning, exactly where Juriki will want to be. That's his style, that's where he thrives. Vico and Kylie on the other end of the spectrum, way down beneath, but still looking good as this end game continues with a good set of heals, some materials. Things are setting up nice for both teams.
This is where you have to make the tough decisions, though. Zone 9 to 12 is where it gets really claustrophobic, and Two's trying to get all the way up to a good spot. Cost them a little bit of HP. This might be their final heals, but what a good place to be in. At least they're here first. We'll be able to make it through Zone 9. No one really going down yet, so rotations all across the board. Looking clean so far.
Yeah, but you know what that means. Players are spending their max, players are running low. And the same can be said for the teams that are watching. Bebies and Pablo Ingu. Big expectations on their heads. They have the pulse rifles and not really been able to do much of it so far.
Now they're kind of fighting against the tide turn now. They need to activate half HP for both of them as well. Naya and Moneymaker have kind of just stopped down the stress. They're getting beamed in so many boxes, but now they're just looking to kind of bot back up top. I drop and map. Go for a retake, go for a huge overtake as well, but no luck.
Axe Force is the one that hits them down. We said they wanted to play for high ground, and he's done that successfully here. He's forced them just to sort of play on second height for the meantime.
Vico, Kylie as well elevate. They were all the way down to where's the dirt now. Sky high, they're looking good. That's also in the business. Map with the shots, and they're going straight towards that entire skyline. This is nuts for Map to just hold on to this, but chopped down once again. Big shot towards the left. Let Carrot be cooked in that one.
Bloomy, can he respond? Can he answer? Maybe not if Mappy's hitting shots like that one. Vico and Kylie staying on these high layers, but there is a team there that he needs to deal with soon.
Trying to go for all these reconnections, costing him a lot of mats. Map going all the way towards the top, doesn't see anyone there for now. Some high flyers. Kind of looks like Axe Force's glider as well. Map's going for it, interrupted once again, has to box up. Where is iDrop?
He's nowhere to be found, but that doesn't matter. Map will still get the job done, and a nice one connects there. Bloomy falls. He's taken out Bloomy and Carrot, and he's now connected up on height with iDrop, a team that many thought would play height, and they're doing that here in game one.
Have the penthouse speed, have all the anemones, and they're going to be looking to see exactly what they can do next. Meanwhile, Vico box to boxes, land the shot, and has a few more left to go. Rachel was the one to go down first. So many people in front of him, though. You cannot make a mistake. You can't even take a second, or it might just cost you your life. Down here in the slums of Mega City, the oxygen does not even look breathable. Moneymaker, how can he even tell where he's going? Everyone stacked side by side.
We're moving towards the north. We're moving out of all this congestion in Mega. But who's actually going to come out of the POI alive? Not many teams. You've got to think. Vico and Kylie, they've moved through. They're trying to claim space towards the front, and there's going to be a team on that wall. Teams on this layer. Will they connect to the shots? Will they even look to take the fights or just use their builds?
We'll try for it. Everyone's just still so weak. Dropping like flies left to right. Lamar on the wall. Moneymaker will go for the shot. Can't really land it yet, but as a duo, him and Nyan will be able to get that pressure up and down. Vico below him. They still defend. They have no mats at all.
He's playing with the zone, but he's not got much HP. Barely picking up some materials now. Gets chunked down from height, and he's going to have to use this med mist to get him all the way back up.
Both of them have one, and they're choosing themselves. It's huge, but from the top side, iDrop goes straight down and absolutely silences him out. The pressure squeezed towards the dirt. 6 splashes from Map up top. All iDrop has to do is just delay, just try to do something, interrupt anything happening for this duo down below. It's Kylie and Vico versus Map and iDrop.
They have med mists of their own. They have heal of potential. Juriki's still in this one, but he's popping his slurp now. Maybe a bit too early. He's going to hope he can find something in the zone. There is loot there to be picked up. And so it's all really on what iDrop can do. He's deciding now to just go down to the zone. He doesn't think he can really contribute. And so Kylie now using those med mists to heal off. And is he going to have enough is the question.
His team might have something in the pocket as well. Found something. Not looking for it. Got the slap juice. Pop it one more time. Has to get towards the Medmist. Is there time to pick it up and actually starting to tick? Yes, Jerky though, spinning. 5 HP on it, looking for anything, and somehow Jerky, the lone survivor.
Team is staying on some of these higher layers. Doesn't want to drop down to low where things can get a bit too cramped, a bit too congested.
No one the king in this game either. Everyone just kind of playing constricted to survive, to get that placement. Haven't seen a soul on high ground just yet. We're only about 4 to 5 layers high. Up in this river, Paco's still moving around. A jungle gym of builds. Can he climb through? and it's towards them, but he can't really conversate with him at all. Up towards the top, no builds. Locked down, and he can find a little bit of an opening. 949's box, a big shot, has to go all in here. Not enough damage to really get that big one pump. It's not that favorable. Cracks in once again. A full HP from Nyan on the other side of this wall. He'll invite him to make the peek. Has the keg ticking, and Nyan knows exactly what to do, but nope. Gets absolutely out of there. Taco looking a bit too crazy.
You can't tank too much damage, and Storm barely making it in there, just at the bottom of your screens. But the team that does finally take out, it's Toos, it's Bootrick.
Looking lethal. Red Eye's active with that medium ammo, looking a little bit scarce. Floki, Clement, kind of in their natural habitat. Chaos. Well, they're good at spacing people out beside them. You give him a little bit of an inch of pixel, Floki turns that to 114 damage with the pump. Axmore still alive once again. Still looking a bit healthy on mats for the circle. And he's in.
He's playing his map so well. He'll use that slurp now, and he'll get him back up to a good amount of HP. Can't lose his composure now. He's done such a brilliant job up to this point.
A few mistakes, but he finally pops it. Floki and Clement miss that as well as things get so congested. They're all the way down the low ground, so locking in. Just hold that and be the duo that can survive till at least third or second place. Nathan and Jakey, they've been in this situation before too. Lots of pressure. They're able to just relieve that stress.
Can't afford to sit idle. Have to start thinking about making a play. Nathan will pop that slurp. His teammate will look for a fight. Raxi, Relvis, they're on the front side. They're taking fights. They're claiming space, but not connecting with the right amount of shots.
They're running out of breath though. No build whatsoever. That's why their blades went sky high, and now Raxi comes crashing down towards the floor. Relvis last alive, and nothing for him to do either, as so many duos fall. Artor and Hedge just able to get so much done inside this lair. Still moving through.
Artor, Combeck, swiftly moving through the zone. They find the space, but the mats are nowhere to be found. They need to connect to something and fast, and Floki might just give it to them. We might give them a shotgun shot instead. They've taken over. They've claimed that space, and now it's Artor on the backside.
They'll be having to use their heal bank though here. Still lots of control on their lair. 4 duos left. Floki backing up a little bit, letting Clement take a bunch of that pressure. Artor doesn't have the same type of utility to be able to make these plays inside the storm, but he does have a shotgun in hand, and that might be enough. The angle on Toos denied for a split second. Finally falling, no builds, and Toos sees him. Knows exactly what to do. Huge shot from Artor, and that builds, but not enough time. Floki still 8 splashes, finds a bit more. Clement climbs towards the top. He's looking for his own fight, challenging Bootrick towards the sky. If you want to heal, I'll end the game. Need to be absolutely decisive here. Every single duo that's successful right now is making a move as soon as the next zone ends up popping in. If you're a solo, you have that much more pressure on you. This is Bootrick. We saw them for the 9th and 10th zone. Just keep it close and personal to the chest. Look at the damage coming in. Bootrick, though, overstepping into the box, and it's all up to Toos now.
This is the problem. At this stage in the game, first move in zone, players going for refreshes like this. You end up getting caught in an endless cycle of just teams walking into boxes like that. And so now, an endgame as a solo for Toos. Bevy's in a similar predicament.
All they can do is really just go all the way ahead. Let the slurps do the talking, be minimal on the builds. Vico, Kylie, side by side, don't look to be an absolute detriment for the moment. But still, shambles on the mats. We need to find something.
You can see he's farming this tree. Every little helps him right now in the same game. Picks up some Cypher mats as well. Epsy and Chexy building up high above everybody else, making sure nobody can reach with kinetic blades. That's the hope, and that's the goal at least. And they can continue to make their move. The zone pulls, nobody really chopping them out. They'll just keep building.
Down in the wood is what I see from Chexy, though. Hardy looking to see what he can do next. Tropex on the backside, and they are going to be in the same box. Toos still surviving. Bevies might be in that same position. It's Debule who's above this box.
Toos patiently waiting for something to walk into his line of sight, walk into his crosshairs, and it's not gonna come. Gonna go deep into zone now. Maybe look to try heal off from early.
The winner of this game going straight towards the finals, and it might be Vico who forces out this shot, but it's not enough to stay inside the game. Bevies and Pablo side by side once more. They might have what it takes to just go through this absolute hurricane of builds and damage all around him. Bevies on the backside still just holding down the integrity of these builds. Pablo says it's time to move on, though. Find a new home. Still a bit higher in layers. Mapasy and Chexy, though, still towards the top. uninterrupted.
Nobody looking at them whatsoever. A nice rotation earlier there as well. Shmeki and Gabix still moving through these zones, and they still have so many more materials than a lot of their competitors. They can continue to just tarp. Finally, though, somebody chopping height.
Gotta be vigilant for Shmeki, though. They have so many options, but if you're gonna be lackadaisical, you might get bopped. Big shot as he moves. Pablo, though, his poke can do the talking too. As Steno ends up going down. Him and Bevies, an absolute powerhouse to be able to mess with, and they have control of low.
We thought it was Bevies as a solo, but both of these guys still in this game. Perceive, he's looking to make magic happen, but it's not going to be magic this time. Has to play it the next one. Pablo, Wingu, and Bevies are on a roll.
They're a magnet of destruction here on the grass, on low ground. Anyone touches the earth, they get raised. Gabix too, a complete chop off of heights. Fall damage might just be enough. It's Splash that ends up going down towards the zone. Still, another solo straggling somewhere. Sexy, who gets swatted like a fly, chopped down deep inside the zone, unable for the reconnect. It's a kinetic blade that gets flown towards the sky. Gabix down. Pablo, Wingu, and Bevies trying to sign their way over to the grand finals. It's 2 shots straight towards the box. Shmeki goes down.
Very desperate to make this game count for the duo. The games are running out. Has to be a play made down below on Surge. So he has to start thinking about that. That's been something he's done already, and he's answered the call.
Artur and Comeback right ahead of him in 6th place. 300 damage above, and so many materials. This could be a top 5 finish just inside this game. Vico and Kylie managed to just creep by the top 10. They're moving around the right side as well, keeping the zone behind their back. Genius in terms of relieving a lot of stress and eyes from their rotation. For Axforce though now, Surge is hitting. He's looking for some shots. It's on to Artur. The duo right in front of him, but it's not enough. 116 below, 92 now. He has to mini up. This is his last chance to keep moving in.
It's such a shame.
No.
You know he knows what he's doing, but he just doesn't have what it needs to be able to actually play the way he wants, play with the freedom he wants. He needs his teammate alive. He needs more materials. He needs to be above Surge. Kylie, Vico. Right now, it's up to Kylie to potentially save their season, make their season, but continue to stay alive at this point. Because if he doesn't have a big game here, it's just going to make that last game oh so more difficult. Cosmo still up above on height. Jay finally regrouping with him, but there's still so much action down below. Players jumping their way in through boxes. Eyedrop and Matt, they're not up on height, but they are here clearing out these mid-ground layers.
It's a pseudo bounce back, kind of really against the side of so many old builds. So a lot of teams who were ahead, just like Eyedrop, turn around and go instantly crazy for box fights. Crazy for Eyedrop, no builds. Just one, a single ramp maybe in a box, and it's for protection. Phases in but finds nothing. Down below, a few more shots. Cade, 122 to the face. Matt finds his way right beside him.
I'm surprised he doesn't run in there and just really try to go for it. Wanted to pick up the match though.
It's a difference in composure. They're looking to just make sure they stay side by side. They're the best when they look the same way. 2 pumps instead of 1. 400 HP instead of just a little. And now leader is lost in the builds down below. Jake and Cosmo up top are looking so good. Out of resources, out of time. Unfortunately, Matt and Eyedrop fall.
Look who it is though, still alive in this game. Rox and Robab. We know the kind of shots they were hitting earlier. Will they collide with Hen and Paco? Both teams on similar layers. Desi though, he's gonna get cleaned up by Wox. This guy's been an animal in this game and he's looking for more. Has to pop that slur.
Has to make sure he doesn't overheat inside all of these builds though. Comeback, Artur still popping. Looking for their next targets to take. Down below is Hen, able to escape. Top 5 situation.
So nice. Clearing out their layer, making sure they have control there. Paco and Hen getting split up, getting forced into zone. Hen in the backside, gonna look to Katana his way back in. Needs to be careful of that height team. It's Artur he takes out, looks for Comeback, but Comeback returned fire. Comeback's still alive, Comeback's still kicking, but he's using that med miss in the zone.
Wox absolutely unleashed, does not have Robab by his side. Looking for the next shot, no builds available, just the bullets. And there's one that lands, he's taken out. High Six, him and Dondate looking to play that heal off as well. Jay and Cosmo up top. Convex stopped for the interruption, and yeah, he is gonna just go down. What does that mean for Jay and Cosmo though? Do they have what it takes to be able to just heal off up against what it seems to be Isaacs? He has a slurp already popping. It's all about who gets that sickness first. We'll see if it's enough.
Jay has so much though. Look at the med miss, look at the slurp juices. Once he pops this, he's got a couple splashes as well. Isaacs has done a brilliant job, but as long as storm sickness isn't a problem, this should be clear and easy for Jay. Isaacs is desperately trying to find anything, but the last of his heals will wear off.
Had the hoots, but it really just go for height.
Moneymaker's just ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Fury in the back of the zone now. He's thinking, what on earth happened? We thought we had hype for free. Moneymaker said, no way. Shmeki, Gabix, staying on high layers. They understand they need to stay out of the congestion all the way down below, because when you go down below, you get these situations messy right now. For Axel Simple Texas, they don't know who is where, who's around them, but the battle for height continues. They're building up. It's Moneymaker, it's Finasian, they have it.
Fury's making them actually have a big cost to this, and they're not sure exactly where things are connected. Lots of builds used so far. Should still have enough to really lock it down for 2 or 3 zones. Map and iDrop also have a chance to go for the height, but they're really looking up towards the top. Axe Force and Vortexers and falling down. Turbo built all their mats away, barely have any to keep using.
Barely gonna be able to make their way through the second moving zone. Don't have enough mats to claim space. He's knocking down trees in second moving zone. They need a refresh. They can't afford to just sit here. They need to figure out where the vulnerabilities are. You can see Vortexers moving towards the front. They're trying to claim space. They want to cut off that team maybe, but again, the map's running so low, they just have to look back in the zone.
Find a pocket of safety, where's the grass? Not want to get cut. Happy, shot down, another one. It's huge, and everything trickles down into their box. It's not going to be super enough, but just enough to keep the rest going. Matt takes down Nyan. High ground is not going to be contained by just one team. Blocked off on another jump bot. Matt, we're going to see what he can do next. Separated from drop, but he finds his teammates so fast.
And they get together, and the journey continues. Paco is in a solo situation, barely misses that shot. That could have been exactly what he needed, because Hen isn't here. He has to do all the heavy lifting all by him lonesome. And running low on Mats, it's going to have to be a drop-down angle at some point, you've got to think. Matt, though, still in the battle for height. They want it. iDrop, though, needs to stay alive, because right now, Matt is katanaing his way back up, chopping height, though, and they know they want to play for it. They chop height successfully, and now they have it for themselves. But even more kinetic base players coming through. They're connecting with the shots. It's iDrop and Matt. They have height, finally.
Stabilized. Axe Force also gone down towards the bottom side of the map. Kylie, 10 HP, no builds, no chance. And not a shot in sight. He dodges. How is this even possible that he's alive? Find something here.
176 points. Is it going to be enough? 178 to hold into the top 5. Paco, though, he's going to try and do his best in this end game to try and catch up. So many more limbs would be needed, but it's not impossible for Paco. 5 limbs thus far. Can he hit a couple more? Enough Maps to stay alive. Maps knocking on the door. Will he answer? Will he run away? He's looking to drop down. Map, he has low mats. He now needs to drop down as well and look to take the fight.
Everyone needs to be proactive and make something happen. So many duels down below. Up top, a big chop as iDrop might fall down. Matt goes up as well, but he might inadvertently just take everyone completely down. Straight from the skies, finds one big shot. Gabix down, no chance for res. Rick Bort gets the trade.
He tried to take height, and it wasn't really possible, but drops down and deals even more damage potentially.
190 for
Paco with so many points there, finally falls. Did he do enough? Did he and Hen make it? Steno now, trying to make a cut for himself. 198 points, a final finish. It's Steno gets taken down by iDrop. So many teams who desperately needed points in that last game to secure top.
Absolutely electric right now. Let's take a look at our top 5, and we have ourselves a very, very interesting leaderboard here, Takata.